Can you point those rods to where you are in this room? It's turning towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Are you inside Tim right now?
No! No more!
My neck feels like it's on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight on fire. All the way back here. Who are the other 6 entities? You said we were close. Was Weasel one of them? Who's me?
Yeah. What the fuck? Dude, you got a number 6 on the back of your neck. I'm not bullshitting.
Fucking get it on video.
Let's close the session and you're talking about this. Session's closed. You can no longer communicate with us. It's over. Yeah. You can barely see it on the IR, but we can see it. Yeah.
Flip it off.
That was fucked up.
Flip it off the IR.
See? Alright, is it off? Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Pull his shirt down a little bit.
Right.
Alright, he's got a number 6 on
Shoot
his
it
neck.
straight from behind.
We getting it on the without the IR?
Can you see it?
Yeah, I got it. Clear as a bell.
Without IR, right?
Yes.
Let me get a picture of it.
You can actually
Who
see it.
scratched me? Talk to the fucking box.
Alright, you guys, so tonight I just wanted to play a couple of Ouija board clips just to give a little insight of kind of what we've been, or what I've dealt with over the past few years. We'll go back to them in a little bit. But I've got a lot of stuff on my mind, and I know a lot of you have had questions about who is Zozo and what's true and what's not true. So we're going to jump into that tonight. We're going to talk all things Zozo. And if you guys have any questions as we go along here, that would be great. So first of all, I'm not claiming to be a Zozo expert. I, like thousands of other people in the world, have had experiences on the Ouija board that have entailed getting the name or the letters ZOZO repeatedly. And I've been investigating the paranormal for over 15 years now, and 12 of those years I've been online with you guys. It started off with Ustream and Justin TV and Yahoo and all these other live streaming sites, and I actually did not touch a Ouija board until 2008, so it's been almost about 10 years since I first even touched a Ouija board. And actually that first experience that I had with the Ouija board was live, and I think that, well, the archive is still up on Ustream, so if anybody questions that, then you can just go fuck yourselves. But yeah, you can go to Ustream TV / live sci-fi, and you can go see there. But I don't think that anyone is an expert. I think we all have experiences, and I, for myself, have always tried to document those to my best of my experience. So we're going to go back and just talk about who is Zozo. First of all, nobody knows who or what Zozo is. Is it a demon? Is it a ghost? Is it a fucking alien? No one knows for sure. But what I can tell you is that from my experiences it is an extremely malevolent type of entity that ever since the first time I touched the Ouija board in 2008, I have been getting the names ZOZO, Mama, Zaza, and repeatedly over. Now there are a lot of people out there who are making fake videos about the phenomena. One of those is J Station, and some of those other shady YouTubers out there. They do it for views. I've always done it just to document my experiences because I wanted to let other people know about the phenomena. There was a movie made from it, obviously, and when I first put that video up on my top 5 thing, I had no idea that it was not real. So I thought it was a video showing an experience. So I had no idea. And that's the God honest truth. Just like the other night when we did that thing, I had no idea that it was going to be that way. So yeah, what I have found over the years is that I think that people are drawn to this entity because they want to communicate they want to find out answers. I mean, people hop on the Ouija board, they're interested, they're curious about the supernatural. They start getting answers on the Ouija board that no one would know, things about the future, family members, deaths or things, and then that lures them in, and then once they, start to develop a relationship with the board, then it's pretty much over. I have the website up, Live Sci-Fi. We posted up that article about Zozo, and there's no denying that people are experiencing this phenomena. Every week I probably get at least 100 emails from people, long emails, not just like a paragraph. We're talking full, 800, 1200 character emails talking about their experience, and they don't know what to do. So I do think it's really foolish for people to say that the phenomena is fake just because there's some shitty ass YouTuber who's making a fake video about it just to get some views. So I feel pretty bad for those people, and I don't know. I think the phenomena is real, but I don't know if it's a demon or if it's something that people have created over the years. And what I mean by that is if it's a thought manifestation. It seems that as the phenomena has grown in popularity over the years, I keep looking over here because I feel like there's something just like right here. As the phenomena has grown over the years, it's really hard to tell like what's real and what's not. But also with that, people's views on reality get twisted, and I think they're actually empowering this, I call it an entity. So it's been very interesting. You think it's definitely a demon? Yeah. So it's very interesting. It's a very interesting phenomena. There's something called the Tulpa Effect, where as more and more people put their collective consciousness towards a thought or even a being, that it starts to blur the lines between reality and fantasy, meaning that whatever people are believing in starts to become reality. And I think that's what Zozo is. Over the years, we've got the name Abacus and Abracadabra on the board. And one of the interesting things about Abracadabra when it's come in conjunction with Zozo is that the word Abracadabra is not some magician thing. It actually means that the power is in the word, the spoken word. So as I think how that's relative to Zozo, I think as more and more people talk, write, and try to conjure this entity, it's actually empowering it even more. And I don't know about like other people's experiences. I can only talk about my own. There is some research that some people have done, and they have come across the name Zozo. And I think the first mention of it, documented evidence of it, was in the dictionary, Infernal Dictionary, which was written in 1818. And it talks about these 3 demons that possess this girl. It does not even mention a Ouija board. So I don't really see that it's has any relation to what people are getting now on the board, unfortunately. And other than, you know, people's experiences, Darren Evans had, you know, his first experience documented in 2010, I believe. And that was on an online, I think, message board. It could be 2010, 2008. I'm not exactly sure. But, yeah, it kind of blew up after that. And, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know about you guys, but when I watch YouTube now, I have no idea what is real and what is fake. I have no fucking clue. Unfortunately, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, I could go onto YouTube and watch another paranormal team's investigation footage, like an evidence video. And I was like pretty sure that it was like legit, but now, like, I have no idea what the fuck is real and what the hell is fake. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's just totally freaking weird. Yeah, it's like a fantasy, you know, fantasy world, I feel like, YouTube now. And it's kind of frustrating. Yeah. So, yeah, I've had, you know, lots of experiences. A lot of people ask me, hey, well, why do I use the Ouija board? I don't know. For me, the first time that I ever used a Ouija board, you know, in 2008, it immediately put its hooks in me. I had like little like premonitions and things like that in my past where I was warned not to use the Ouija board, and as soon as I put my hands on it, it was actually a viewer who encouraged me to use it on a stream. Just things happened for me. You know, I started getting responses. I got the Zozo thing, and actually on the video, I was like, Zozo, I thought it was talking about Bozo the clown. I had no idea what it was, and yeah, there were several things that it said, and it immediately drew my interest, and I was very skeptical at first and somewhat scared to use it, just because of what had happened to me when I was a child. But the responses that I got were absolutely amazing, and I've had some amazing sessions, not just with Zozo, but with other things at haunted locations. So yeah, you know, top to the night. Yeah. Oh, you're out, Zoe? Alright, Zoe, have a good night. Do you think Mama is the same entity as Zozo? Yes, I do, but I do not think that Zozo is the name of an actual demon. There's no evidence of that. And I think at the end of the day, demons, you know, dark entities, jinn, all that crap, at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing. It's evil. It's just straight evil. So, and at the end of the day, all those things, if you look at it like the way I look at it, I think that demons are like roots in a tree, and the roots all go to one point, and that's to the devil. So at the end of the day, it's the devil that you are communicating with if you're talking to Zozo. And I think it's, you know, impossible to say that, you know, Zozo is its own entity. I don't think it's, I mean, based on my experience, I don't think that it is, you know, Zozo is actually the name of real demon that has a mailbox in hell with Zozo on it. I just don't believe that. I don't think Zozo has an address in hell. I do believe in clairvoyance. No, it's not raining here. That's a very interesting question. Does it look like it's raining right now on the show? No. Yeah, at the end, demons, you can call them by different names, but at the end of the day, it's evil. You know, it's the devil. The devil goes by many names and wears many masks. Is the Ouija board bad? No. I do not believe that the Ouija board is bad. I believe it's all about your intent. If you go into a session and your intent is to communicate with the devil and you keep trying, well, eventually when you keep knocking on the devil's door, the devil's going to answer. Just remember that. I'm doing great. But I don't believe in ghosts. Everyone can believe in whatever the hell they want to believe in. I'm just telling you what I believe in. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying I'm an authority on Zozo. I can only go off of my own experiences. So, and I'm telling you guys what they are, being totally open about what they are. No, I don't think that I was possessed by Zozo. No. Yeah, I don't think I was ever possessed by Zozo. I think that I have I would say, a open line to something very dark that I can tap into sometimes. How old, wait, there was a question here. How old were you when you first noticed Zozo? Well, that was back in 2008. We were at the Stanley Hotel. If you guys want to go to our Ustream, the stream is actually up there. You can go up and watch it. We're at this, it's really ghetto, it's super pixelated. We were streaming off a laptop that was in my backpack in the middle of February at the concert hall at the Stanley Hotel. And we went down and bought a freaking glow-in-the-dark Ouija board. I don't know, wherever it was. Super ghetto, but we did it. And that was the first time I ever got Zozo on the Ouija board. And I was like, who the fuck is Zozo? Do you mean Bozo? And I was joking around. But, yeah. Yeah, so I grew up, some people are asking when did I first experience, or what was like the first premonition I had. It was pretty frightening. My sister, I grew up in what I believe to be a haunted house. I had a bunch of experiences there, and I remember very vividly when my sister turned 13, she had a bunch of guys and girls over for like a dance party. We cleaned out the whole garage and the basement that was connected to the house on the bottom. It was a 2-story house. And I remember after the boys left, it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, they watched a movie. I think it was like Stand By Me or some shit. I don't know. I think it was Stand By Me. It was like 3 or 4 kids trekking across, whatever. Yeah. But anyways, it was Stand By Me. And so I was like, I'm out. I went upstairs, and I remember waking up. It was like something woke me up in bed. And I remember walking down the stairs, and I could hear these girls giggling. And I was like, I think 9 or something, 9 or 10. And I remember going down there, and they were all, some of the girls were really cute, I started, yeah, some of my sister's friends were pretty hot, so I wanted to see what they were up to, and I remember going down there, and they were all huddled in a corner of the basement, and as I got closer, I'm like, what are they doing? and they had their hands on this board, and like they were asking like stupid questions, like when am I gonna get married and stuff like that. And I didn't even know what they were even doing. Well, 3 months after that, I was in like on summer vacation somewhere, and I remember being woken up. Well, I had a dream first of me being back in that room, and except there were 3 entities around the Ouija board, and they were inviting me to come to the board. And I just woke up, and then I couldn't get that like out of my mind. I just sat there kind of like in my bed looking at the wall or whatever, because I was kind of weirded out. And then this entity came up to me as I was awake and sat down on the bed, and I was kind of freaked out because my sister didn't wake up. And I immediately like, you know, was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And it pretty much said, if I ever touch a Ouija board again, it will like haunt me forever, and if I don't, it'll be gone. And it left, and that was it. And I don't know what entity that was or what, but I was like, fuck Ouija boards, fuck everything, until like 2008 when I first touched one. Yeah, we have Zozo in the chat. So yeah, bottom line is like, I think some of these paranormal activity, you know, people can summon it, they can conjure it, but I think a lot of it is predetermined. You know. Yep. Yeah, so in 2008, I mean, I remember having conversations. I remember I didn't want to touch one. I'm like, you guys can do it. But there was this part of me inside of me that wanted to touch it just to see what would happen. And some of my most profound experiences that I've had in the paranormal have been with the Ouija board. Yeah. So, you know, people can say, hey, you know, like, I wouldn't trade anything for the experiences that I've had with the Ouija board. For me, those have been like life changers. I've got some amazing responses over the years. Yeah, I've had some really crazy things happen on video, but for me, that is why I do this. And people can believe it or they cannot believe it. You know, at the end of the day, it's almost more important for me to capture it for myself than it is to show it to you guys. So, yeah, no regrets. That's right. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's selfish of me, but at the end of the day, when the video goes on and it's rolling and stuff happens, it's pretty cool when you capture it and then you're able to play it back. And I was just lucky enough that some of you guys found it interesting. So, yeah. I don't really do rituals that much. I mean, I do this creepypasta stuff, and honestly, like, if I could do Ouija a certain way, I would do it a certain way, because there's certain things that I have learned to do that actually intensify the sessions more. But I don't live stream those because it takes too long for me to get into it. One of the craziest things that happened to me when I used a Ouija board, and it happens like sometimes, but it takes a while for me to get into it, is you can actually channel. You can use the Ouija board as a channeling device to communicate with the other side. What I mean by that is you can use anything. For me, it's the Ouija board. It's easy for me to concentrate on. I do my thing on it. And one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me is, who in the chat has ever seen the movie Get Out? Has anyone in the chat seen the movie Get Out? Has anybody in the chat seen Get Out? No? Alright. You, Nicole, seen it. Hey, what's up? Nicole's seen it. She's cool. Alright, so basically sometimes when you're able to, I would say, I hate using the word channel, but when I use the board sometimes I'm concentrating or we're using the Gons filled with the Ouija board, I know when things are getting like legitimately real and you're about to communicate with something, because you feel this energy that'll pass through your hands or through your feet, and then it feels like you're being sucked down slowly, like almost through the floor. It sounds really freaky, and where it takes you, I don't know what the fuck this place is, but it feels as if you're being dropped into a black space. And if you look up, I don't know who made that movie Get Out, but it was the freakiest thing for me watching that, because it was something like that's happened to me numerous times when you do the Ouija. It's almost like you can see yourself like through a little hole way up top. There's just like a pinhole light, but you're in a black space and there's something in that black space with you. And I don't know what that is, but it's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of freaky, but it's pretty trippy. Yeah. So, yeah. Have I seen Hand Job Cabin? Savage Scroll is asking me. No. Is that on Netflix? Some of you guys are so cantankerous in the chat, I swear. Alright. Yeah, and I'm not, like, I don't know. For me, like, this whole thing is just a journey. I have no idea where it's going to take me. I mean, you know, but life's a journey, and you got to try different things, and it's all about experiences. And whether they're good or bad, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Alright, so do you guys have any more questions here? I'm gonna roll some video. Yeah. Cantankerous is my new word of the day. Does anybody know what cantankerous means? That's like my new word for the day. I try to learn one word a day. Cantankerous is my one word. Green Inferno? No, I have not seen Green Inferno. Yeah. So I'm writing a new book. I can't say what it is or what it's about, but I'm actually writing my own book in my own words and with my own experiences. So, yeah. But if you want to read the old book, you can go to Amazon. It's on iTunes and stuff like that. So, someone said, what's the scariest thing I've ever seen? And this is a true story. Probably the scariest thing that I have ever seen in my life was seeing a vision of a couple of my family members dead. And it never happened, thank God, but it was probably one of the most horrifying things for me to see. Yeah, I don't know. Like paranormal wise, the most like horrifying thing I've ever seen was I don't know. I've seen like visions of people being like chained up in places, not in a sexual way, but yeah, I've seen just crazy things. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it's kind of a fun project for me to work on, so I'm getting excited. Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions? I'm gonna roll some of the video, and then we'll just go from there. Oh, of course. Uh-oh. This is not good. I think we're stuck. Alright, Alright, so I think we're back. I don't know if we're good now. It's like, I think I hit the wrong button or some shit. But yeah, we're good. Yeah, hit the wrong button. So yeah, I don't know. But that's, you know, my truth about Zozo is I think a lot of you guys, you know, there are people, of course, that try to make money off of their stories and try to get a little bit creative with it. And there's a lot of people out there who are experiencing it. And I think it's unfortunate that, you know, on places like YouTube and stuff like that, it kind of all meshes together, and people at the end of the day have no idea what's reality and what's fiction. Thank you, Harley Quinn, for being a member. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Mo, Sargi, those idiots, like, whatever. I mean, you know. Yeah, embellish. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. I mean, I take offense to it because for someone that's researched it, and for other people that's researched it and actually taken the phenomenon very seriously over the years and have had experiences, it really sucks to see other people just try to, you know, whatever, pawn it off as their own, and it's not even real. You know, so it's unfortunate. Yep. Can you be a visual clairvoyant? Yeah, I don't know what I am. I hate using words to define anything, but I will say that one of the cool things about the Ouija board for me is that it's really opened up my mind to different things that I didn't think were possible. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Harley. Really appreciate it for you being a member. And all the other members out there. Pound to you guys. Yeah, and, you know, sometimes when I use the Ouija board and stuff like that, I can hear, see things that I wouldn't normally hear or see. And I think it, like, for me, that's been a really positive thing, you know. It's helped me out a lot, understanding certain things, so, yeah. Fist pumps. Yeah, I don't really believe in ghosts, and I'm sure, I get asked that a lot, if ghosts are, if ghosts exist, and I have a really, really hard time believing. Thank you, Sarah, so much, really appreciate it. I have a really, really hard time believing in ghosts, like ghosts walking around and, like, you know, Grandma Joe hanging out, you know, with me on a Sunday night on my couch. I have a really, really hard time believing that. I do think that lots of times when people, and I've seen it time in and time out again over the years, where people think they're communicating to a family member, a friend, or something, and it turns out to open up Pandora's box, and they're fucked. You know, things, what people tell you, always go with your gut, but at the same time, understand that things are not always as they seem, and you never know what you're talking to on the other side. It's a warning for you guys. You know, Cynthia, nothing's bad to. It's all about intent, and it's all about setting boundaries. Same thing with Ouija boards when you're doing audio sessions. It's all about setting your boundaries, and you know, at the end of the day, you can use sage. You can surround yourself with white light or whatever you know you want to do. But at the end of the day, it's all about setting boundaries and making sure that not only that they abide to them, but also you abide to them. Now, just because I don't say goodbye on the Ouija board does not ever mean that I have not set up like a boundary. I set up like mental boundaries. That's just how I do it, and that's how I've always done it. And sometimes when I need more confirmation, I'll actually audibly say it. But yeah, always set your boundaries up, and you know, just like anything, create your space around you, and make sure that they stick to that and you stick to that. You know, and some people can do that, some people can't. If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be messing around with it. No, I don't think, like, I think that there's energies around, like when people hear something, or let's say you're in your grandma's house and she just passed away, and you could have swore you heard her voice. I do believe that like energy, residual energy, is oftentimes what people think that they're hearing, or it could be something trying to fuck with you and trying to make you think that it's your grandma. But I don't think like Grandma Joe, when she dies, is going to be hanging out in her house or hanging out at a hospital, or you know, hanging out in a old people's home or a funeral home or anything like that. If they are, it's probably because they're in hell. No offense, but have I ever exercised my pineal gland? That sounds like that'd be very painful. Yeah. No, I think that when people die, they move on. Unless they're, I think hell is on earth, and people that are in purgatory repeat the same thing over and over. Again, there's the Greek legend of Sisyphus, and yeah, it's basically about this guy who goes to hell, and he's condemned to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's basically lifting this rock and rolling it up and down the hill over and over again. But yeah, pineal gland. Yeah, I believe hell's on earth. Yeah, I know, I'm totally joking. I just, whenever I say pineal gland, I think of my penis gland. Yeah. So I don't know. I have a very weird way of looking at things, and I've seen and been to places that have made me come up with those conclusions. And hey, maybe I'm the one being fooled. Maybe this is heaven. You guys make it feel like heaven sometimes. Hell is in the center of the earth. I would love to go to Crete. Paris, can you send me an email? Patches is in her lovely bed right now. She's probably watching Animal Planet. Patches has her own network, or not network, Netflix account. So I don't think that people have spirit attachments. I think that people are influenced by demons and by energy. When I say energy, meaning that energy is never intelligent. It's either there or somewhere else. And there's positive and negative energy. What's my favorite porn movie? A horror movie. My favorite horror movie it changes a lot. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite horror movie right now. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite horror movie right now. I used to like Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street's cool. A lot of the Halloween movies are cool. The Rob Zombie remakes, those are pretty cool. Was it Halloween 3 or Halloween 2, the weird ass one with the kids that go trick or treating? They put on those masks. That was the weirdest fucking movie ever. Is there anywhere I wouldn't go back to? Lynn Bowman asks. The only place I will not be going back to is the Sally House. And it's not because it's just there's certain places, I'd say, even there's other places that I cannot mention on camera that I have been to that I'm super disappointed as to how the owners are running the attractions, I should say. Yeah, because they are haunted attractions. So, yeah. Yeah, I will not be going to the Sally House ever again. I'm absolutely disgusted at a number of things there. The Sally House, you know, actually, about 5 or 6 years ago, I would say it was super haunted, and it seemed like each year that we started going back there, it started to get less and less active, and that's why we had to end up doing more and more stuff to trigger the activity. Oh yeah, Pet Cemetery is the good one. Yeah, I used to love Pet Cemetery. You know, Hinsdale House is cool. Love the Hinsdale House. I would love to go back out there. I don't have the attention span for the House on Haunted Hill. I've been like so busy lately. I forgot who I was talking to, but it's like, dude, if you like have to go and take a piss while you're watching that show, you come back, you have no idea what the hell just happened. It's like, it's so many jump cuts and stuff, and I just kind of gave up because I think one night I drank a bunch of water and I probably had to like piss a couple times, and I just got sick of rewinding it. Honestly, like, I would love to go out to the Suicide Forest. I think I'm gonna go to Hoyabachi Forest probably in the next couple of months. Say my name, Heavenly, Heavenly. Dude, it sounds like heaven got laid. I don't know why, it's just Heavenly. Heavenly? 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 I don't know, it sounds very weird. Sorry. But, yeah. Sorry, I like joking around with you guys sometimes. Oh shit, don't take offense to it. But, yeah, there is, yeah, I love Stephen King movies, like The Shining. Shining was very prolific, very cool. I don't understand why it's so fucking hard for Hollywood to make a good fucking Ouija movie. Why is it so hard? Like, just for like anybody to make a scary movie lately, like nothing is even scary. Like, I saw that new Nun movie, I like wanted to leave right away. It was so effing retarded. I don't know. Do you guys feel the same way, or am I just like talking out of my ass? Like, why can't like anyone make a good fucking horror movie? Like a Ouija movie. Like, I don't even think there's ever even been a good Ouija movie. Like Witch Board, like what the fuck? Like that's like some 80s dumbass movie I saw. Like, I don't know. It's just retarded. Like, I don't know. I kind of gave up on like Ouija board movies because I saw that movie Ouija. It was like a year or two ago. And it was absolutely retarded. Like, I don't even know why the hell they are, how they even get budget. I can't even get budget for like, I can't even get paid to even buy like a pack of batteries. They get paid millions of dollars to make a shitty ass Ouija movie. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, Hereditary, actually, you know what? Hereditary was good. If you guys haven't seen Hereditary yet, go watch it. It was a pretty good movie. You know, I don't know. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just my one gripe. Who do you admire most in the field and least? Honestly, I can't say that I really admire anyone. It's gonna sound really shitty for me to say, but as you know, the years have kind of gone by with this, you don't really know who you can trust or who is even legit in the paranormal anymore. And I hate to say that, and I'm not calling anyone out, but I somewhat am. I have no idea. Like, unless I work with them and we capture something together that's legit, I have no idea. I'm so jaded at this point, and I'm not jaded at, like, I don't even care. I don't care if I'm even called a paranormal investigator. I don't even give a flying F. Like, I don't even care. All I care about is just hearing from one person saying, hey, you know what you caught is like the most legit thing that I've ever seen, and it made me a believer. That is all I care about, and I care about having my own experiences. I don't really pay that much attention to what other people are doing, because at this point, I think like 99% of like what other people are doing, and they might think that what I'm doing is fake, but you know what? I don't care. So, yep, I have no idea. No idea. At the same point, I just like do my own thing with you guys, and we're good. Gnomes, Bart Ram. I have no idea. All I can say is that there are some videos. No worries, Darren. Yeah. So yeah, I have no idea. You know, all I can say is that, you know, in terms of like who I think is legit, who is real, whatever, I just, you know, go with people who I investigate with and capture stuff with, because at these days, you know, there's tons of like fake YouTube channels and all that shit posting up fake videos. I have no idea what is real and what's not. So, yeah. I have watched the Slender Man movie, and this is getting totally off topic now, but like I said before, there aren't any really good paranormal movies, so I don't know. What would you do if I was there behind you? I don't know. I'd probably say hello. Like, I have no idea. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. You guys have any other questions? Are we pretty much good? Yeah, the main thing is, you guys, I just want to say that I really appreciate your guys' support. And, yeah, hopefully we're going to have many more cool experiences together. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, I'm going to give some last minute shout outs here. Shouts to Darren, Cross, The Witch, what's up? Killer, Savage Squirrel, Zozo, Little D, I'm 6'3". Where's the Coke? Tonight I got a coffee. Coke is a little bit too extreme for me. I think I would be like, I don't know, all over the place if I had Coke before a show. So, D. Williams, Unearthly Wanderings, More Noob Than You, Jen TT, thank you for the support. Blaze Paranormal, thanks guys for all being members. Please don't forget to be a member. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get a cool little icon. And yeah. And yeah, we'll be going out to Texas in a few weeks, so yeah. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like someone just walked across the floor, which is kind of creepy with nails on. Yeah, alright you guys. So I'll see you guys later. Everyone have a good weekend. God bless. And we are going to be doing a Halloween show. And I am going to be... All I can say about that is the Dimmick box will be making its return. Peace out, you guys.